The next presenter is Dr. Fabien Brones.
Good morning, everybody. So my name is Fabien Brones. I'm French, and I've been working here at the University of São Paulo doing my PhD. And I will share a bit of my experience. I think it's a bit different from the majority of people. As I said in the title, the specificity of my experience is that I have an industrial and academic experience in environmental sustainability and product innovation. So my background is a bit complex to explain in a few words. I would say that I started I come from agronomy and food science. This was my background, original background. Then I started working in the industry in product innovation for a pretty long time, and this is how I built my experience of product innovation. And in the last decade, I evolved toward integrating sustainability dimension into innovation. And so I started to reinforce my academic background with a master in environmental engineering and management. And more recently, I did my PhD at University of São Paulo, and this was the title of my PhD that I defended in November. So it was towards a greater integration of environmental sustainability into product innovation, action research, and proposition of an eco-design transition framework. I will give a few words of my specific research. So my area of research that I would say both academic and also industrial, they are centered on eco-design integration and innovation management, but also environmental impact assessment and management. This is what I practiced in company and also in a consultancy that I worked for 2 years. And also other subjects that I approached, like circular economy, PSS, and green nudge, more in exploratory research that I had in my company. So I think that this part of the area Marley already presented. I don't need to repeat. This was part of the LGP. My main publication, my PhD was an article-based PhD, so it was very important to publish and to have good articles, and I had the chance to publish 2 articles in Journal of Clean Earth Production, one of an exploratory research that I did on the relationship or the gap between project management and sustainability concern, and this is one of the subjects that Marley is working on. And then the second paper was a literature review that was that brought the foundation for the model that I developed, the framework. So I tried to identify the key elements for a better integration of eco-design into product innovation more broadly. And then I have already other papers that are being submitted or ready for submission. So a few words about my research and results. First, the contribution that I brought. So one is more methodological. It's the experience of action research that we have seen yesterday is quite interesting for this kind of subject and collaboration between the academia and industry. In my case, it was quite obvious because I was working in a company and at the same time doing a PhD. So this is what is called insider action research. In this case, you don't have the conflict of saying that it could be consultancy, because it was really quite integrated in terms of objectives, and it was clear that there were very synergetic goals between the company and the academia. So then my work allowed to deepen and to extend somehow the classical vision of eco-design, which is traditionally very centered on techniques and method and tools, and this was the traditional and more consolidated view of eco-design. So I tried to bring new perspective, because at the same time it's consolidated, but many studies show that it is not really integrated in companies. So there is still a challenge to bring that to reality, and this is what I tried to study and to help. How can we foster a better integration? So one of the ideas is to bring a broader practice of environmental concern, not only from individual project, but also in the whole product development process and all the instruments that are associated with this process, such as pipeline and portfolio, and also to link closely with strategic planning and environmental concern that are more corporate concerns. And also I felt that it would be relevant and useful to work on the soft side integration, because as we have said in different presentations, there is a question of change management. How can you promote this kind of integration into a system, into a company or an environment which is not necessarily naturally receiving and really using this kind of knowledge. So in my research I identified also that transition management theory, which was developed in the last 10 years from a different perspective or larger system management, could be also useful to apply at company level, because all my research is really centered on company level concerns. And these different elements, they led to the construction of the framework that I proposed, which I called the 15 P's Eco-Design Transition Framework, which is a systemic framework with different levels, and which I can represented with this Aztec pyramid shape with 3 levels. And this is the result of both all the literature review and the consolidation of previous research that I have been run in the industry or in the academia for 20 years, but also what I could experiment in a 4-year action research in a company. So now I can show a bit of this model. So first, it's characterized by the 3 levels, which give the Aztec pyramid shape. So they are very classical level, the strategic level, tactical level, and operational level. And then you have the central part, which represents a mature eco-design pattern, where different environmental concern should be integrated at the different level through key constructs that are the purpose of the company and the strategic vision of sustainability, and also portfolio, the process, but also platform or technological research, the pipeline management, and then the operational level of tool, procedure, and project management. And a complementary part is the transition management approach, which is also described by different constructs: planet, public, program, pilot, and people. And these different construct and recommendation, they help conducting this transition in a company. And this transition, it combines the top-down and the bottom-up approach. Okay, so just to complement my presentation, the research and different activities. So in the past, I had this dual activity in the academia and industry. Recently, I've been working for 9 years in a big cosmetic company in Brazil, Natura. And now I've left this company and I'm really in a transition period and just building a new project. So I will try to discover that, and I'm very interested today to explore also this subject of PSS. So I have little experience in teaching. It's an opportunity that I would like also to continue to share this experience in the academia and also in the industry. So I had some experience in more industrial context of teaching. Okay, so I think that's all. Thank you very much.